Will announce measures today to prevent Eskom from shutting down in April.
Yesterday, the Public Enterprises Department told Parliament the power utility is technically insolvent due to high levels of debt.
Well, Minister Pravin Gordhan says he's hoping the electricity crisis will be over in about 10 days' time.
Well, for more on load shedding and the current Eskom crisis, we're joined in the studio by our colleague, that's ENC reporter Aviwe Mtila. Aviwe, good morning. A little bit of relief this morning to say that we've gone down from stage 4 on Sunday to stage 3 the last few days. Today is stage 2, but still we're having load shedding.
And of course, load shedding hits the hardest to these small businesses. If you understand, for them, they've been stagnant. They haven't really been operating for the last 2 days. For the last 3 days. This is going to be the 4th consecutive business day that even the stage 2 load shedding, because we started with stage 2 on Monday up until 1 o'clock. And I've been to a number of businesses visiting them on the ground, and they say that they've got debts to pay, for example, at the end of the month. Their landlords aren't going to depend on just saying that they've been suffering from load shedding, for example. So it is still detrimental to small businesses.
Yeah, so whether it is stage 1, 2 or 4, the impact is pretty much almost the same, because if you have to shut your doors for a couple of hours, you're not going to get people coming back later to see if you're open again, are they? That's
the very case. And customers already, if I'm speaking to these business people, they're saying that their customers are disgruntled. The customers will come in, for example, drop a car this morning, wanting service to be done by the afternoon so that they could be able to use it and commute the following day. For example, they have lift clubs, some of them, and they're basically having to leave those lift clubs and depend on under transport. Even people, other businesses, I was in City Deep, the industrial hub of Johannesburg yesterday, where in the morning around 8:20 already, people were being sent home because of load shedding yesterday. So it is very detrimental to businesses.
Yeah, I'm sure the manufacturing sector, as you say, industrial sector, they affected as well. This speaks to the prospects of how can this be resolved. I'm sure businesses you've been speaking to will be listening to President Cyril Ramaphosa's announcement today that he told Annika Larsen, our colleague in Parliament yesterday, outside Parliament yesterday, that they'll be watching that closely to see exactly what kind of relief is coming, because there has to be some short-term relief.
Of course, not only businesses, South Africans in general want to know what the president will be coming up with. We understand that there's there's a plan to split Eskom.
Yeah, he mentioned a 9-point plan in the State of the Nation address last week.
Yeah, that's a 9-point plan that's already been mentioned last year already by Eskom, but we can see there's not much that it's not reaping results really. So we understand that he wants to split Eskom in 3 now. We want to know now what the president's going to say to relieve us of this burden of Eskom at this moment. We heard the Public Enterprise Minister, Pravin Gordhan, say that they want to remedy the situation as soon as possible. So South Africans will be listening eagerly to what the president has to say.
But in the meantime, just hearing the news, Aviwe, that, Eskom might not make it past April. Those business owners that you actually spoke to, what are they saying about that? What for them? Is that absolute doom and gloom for them? How have they received that news? That, in April is not far away.
And we understand that load shedding supposedly from Eskom is supposed to be remedied by April. They're saying that they can't even survive till then if load shedding still continues up until April. They have built, some of them, especially the smaller businesses, your sewing places, your salons, they say they probably have to shut down immediately. And the sad part about this is that we can't even communicate properly with Eskom itself. We've been told that we're supposed to speak to the acting generation head, Andrew Adzinga. He's not being responsive to us. I've called him a number of times. He hasn't picked up once from my side. I've been assisted by the spokesperson, Khulu Pasiwe and Timakazi, but that's just basically getting the updates on what stage is going to be today. Are we going to have it for till that cut-off time? And I've heard that the system is still constrained for the rest of the week, so we're likely going to have load shedding till the rest of the week.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about the pattern. You were at Kusile Power Station yesterday, and Avi, I'm sure you've heard this, that there's been design defects and that things need to be redone. Those projects have been going for some time now. Kusile and Medupi, you were at Kusile yesterday. And during the recent NESA hearings, the Eskom was telling us for the first time they're going to need like 8 billion rand to fix the defects. So besides a plan, one is wondering what is going to cost the country. Already the country's economy is shedding a lot of value.
the finance minister is going to deliver his budget speech. Of course, they were expecting some sort of allocation, because most likelihood they're not going to let Eskom cease to exist as it's been mentioned. So we're expecting some sort of relief to assist with the 420 billion rand debt that the power utility is in. So that relief would save it in the interim, but they need long-term plans to get the power utility going.
Yeah, I wonder where Tito Mboweni is going to get the money from. But thank you very much, Aviwe Mchila, for that.